everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. In this one I'm going to have a play with these alcohol inks. These are the new neon alcohol inks from Tim Holtz, and I want to have a go at just kind of seeing for myself how they work. So I have got some graphics craft plastic to play with. I am a bit short of Yupo paper. But I think, oh, and I could also use some transparencies. I'll grab some graphics transparencies as well. Just looking for my gloves. So I'm going to have a go at just creating some fun backgrounds. I'm going to see what they're like on their own, how they play with paints, just to have a bit of fun. So Isabel, if you're watching, you'll be pleased to see I've got gloves on. Okay, so Tim, when he did this, he played with black craft plastic, and I'm going to have a little go. So he did say you need to shake these really well. Now, I don't claim to be, oh my gosh, an expert in, there's a little bee in alcohol inks at all, and I'm just remembering that when he used them, he kind of started off with some blending solution on there, didn't he? Let's just get those moving a little bit. That's more like it. Oh wow, aren't they pretty? They don't quite behave like normal alcohol inks, in that the pigment to me seems to be a little bit different. I'm just going to try adding a bit of Fiesta in there, and let's see what happens. Oh, pretty. Oh, do you know what? I just had a thought. What will happen? Kind of want to see. Oh my gosh. And I can reactivate. That is like amazing. Gosh, I was not expecting the colours to be like that at all. This is just isopropyl alcohol. Just want to see if I can get more of these. Hyper. And let's go in with a bit of blending solution. See if we can get them moving around a bit. Oh, I kind of like that. Just going to grab some more tags. I'm a bit obsessed with that. I love it. Let's just put that tag on there, and I'm not pressing it. I'm just going to let it travel as it wants to. This wasn't where I thought I was going to go with this, but the colours on there are lovely. Are they showing up on camera? How bright they are. Yeah, that would make a lovely background to go in with some paint over the top, wouldn't it? That's also quite pretty. I'm tempted to leave that one now. Got some quite okay, so we've just got the powder coming off on this. I wonder if maybe the craft plastic isn't the best. Okay, so maybe not the craft plastic. Let's try some, let's try some transparencies instead. I think maybe that surface isn't porous enough. So what I could do is do some on here. Interesting. I have yet to watch the rest of Tim's video about alcohol inks and how to play with them, what to do, as you can tell. And I do remember him saying something about the bloom that they can get, which is that kind of powder that you just saw me rubbing off the tag. Let's just go in with a bit of blending solution here and see if we can just get this to play. Let's see how that works. Oh no, I kind of like that. And that's... I wonder if I've not mixed them up well enough. That's quite pretty. Nice. I like those. I do. That is proper pretty. Let's blot that. And while that's blotting, I'm just going to grab some Duralar. I can kind of reactivate it. Pick up a bit more. It's quite funky. Okay. That on there. Right, so this is a matte, this is a Duralar from Graphics. It's a two-sided matte film, and it says it accepts ink. Let's see how it plays with these, shall we? Let me just turn my fan away. It's quite humid in here today, so this might not be the best. Oh my gosh, those colours are so pretty. Let's do a dot inside and then blue. That's quite pretty. I've got a little fluffy thing somewhere. I'm going to try and find it. move this around a little bit. And then let's see what happens if we just drop some blending. We can create some really pretty effects. Oh wow, that is so pretty. I love that. Let's do another one over here. Let's go with some slightly different colours. Let's go, I know, pink. I love this hyper. I do think it's gorgeous. Yellow. Keep forgetting to give them a shake. And maybe ignite. Ha ha ha. Those are bonkers. Right. And I've watched Tim Holtz play with this little gadget. He just does very small movements with it, just to get the ink to move around a little bit. And you can see it blends really nicely. We've got some nice new colours. Oh my gosh, those are pretty. What happens if I it kind of creates little puddles? Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so it works really nicely on this Duralar surface. So now I'm going to try popping a couple of blobs out and then going in with blending solution. What happens then? Does it move? Yeah, it does when you come in with the little puffy air tool. I don't know what this is called. That's again a different pattern altogether. Love it. I haven't done any green yet. Let's go down here and do a bit of green and blue. Hang on, shake. I love this is called radioactive. Let's see if it is. Oops, that was a bit excitable. Will they move without? Oh well. Oh, that's made a rather funky green. You could actually just make like little blobs of colour. Really like that. Pretty. Which one have I not used yet? Have I not used Atomic? I don't think so. I hope this isn't going through my gloves because I will literally be covered. So let's try adding that was isopropyl alcohol. That does make it behave very differently to the blending solution. The blending solution seems to mix it nicer. I kind of like that. I'm going to leave that as it is. Right. So let's put this to one side and leave it to kind of dry off. Along with these lovely tags. I'm going to make some more tags, definitely. And are they? Yeah. So there is a bit of a bloom coming off on those, but you know, that's all right. As long as you know it's there, then you can deal with it, can't you? I'm just going to grab another piece of the matte Duralar, and I just want to make a little blob of each colour. I'm going to have to buy some more blending solution. I can see this is going to be, so that's Atomic. Because then this can be used, it can be cut up and added onto projects. Okay, so that's Atomic. Should we write it on? Let's do that. Sorry about my head. That's Atomic. Right, I'm going to put them over here when I've done them. This is Ignite. And the other great thing about alcohol inks is, of course, if you come back to them later with more blending solution, you can reactivate them again. Let's go. This is Fluorescent, it's called. That's hilarious. Oh, hang on, blending solution first. They mix really nicely. Happy Friends. What did I say that was called? Fluorescent. Green. This is Radioactive. It really is. Wow. Radioactive. Okay. So next we'll go with this blue. This is Electric. Wow. And you could go in and add more depth to some of these as well by just adding a few more drops of the colour, but not letting it down with the blending solution. This one is Caution. Giving that one a good shake. I've not used that at all yet. Let's see how that's different. It sure is. It's brighter. Wow. I need to keep that away from the blue, otherwise it will make a really gross brown. Maybe it will go purple. I don't know. Right, what's that one? Caution. Then we've got Razzle. Oops. I love the way it layers as it dries. Razzle, and then the last one is Hyper. These are a brilliant addition to alcohol inks. If you have a few, you know, I'd say treat yourself, get some, because they are like going to add a fabulous pop of colour. And it's good, isn't it, to have different ways of adding those colour onto your art pages. Okay, so I've done that to kind of show you those colours, but what I will do is keep this and then I'll kind of cut little hearts out of these and add them onto my pages. So I will keep that handy. I'm just going to give that a quick dry with my heat tool. I have got my door wide open while I'm doing this. So there is something that I want to have a try as well. I just tried it on the black, didn't I? Let's try it on the white craft plastic, see if it behaves any better. I don't know whether it will. I'm just going to go in with Hyper first. Maybe it was user error before. Quite possible that it was, because I don't claim to be an expert. If you want the expert, you need to go and watch Tim Holtz's video. Oh, that's pretty. I hope that doesn't like bloom as it dries. Let's see what happens. Let's put some of this lovely, what's that yellow called again? Fluorescent. I'm just going to put that up here and move it down. It's made a pretty orange there. Okay, and then let's go with a blue down here. See what these will do. Mix and make a really pretty lilac-y colour. Ooh, yes. Look at that, it's really pretty, isn't it? And then, what else should we do? Purple. That might just make a really funky pink. What about an orange? Let's go Ignite. That's quite pretty. I do like that. Alright, we'll see what happens to that as it dries. Does it bloom? No. Okay. I don't think it does. Oh my gosh. Right. In that case, let me have another go. So first of all, I'm going to start off with Atomic. Which one's Atomic? This one. Let's see if you can guess what I'm going to do along here. atomic first, and then caution. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with Ignite. Yeah, I love these. Oh my goodness. Let's go in with a bit more depth of colour on this one. So I'm just adding the alcohol ink on, and I'm not diluting it at all. Just dropping it on and poofing it around. Very technical term here. You know, all the technical jargon if you come and watch my channel. There we go. And then I'm going to go, can you see what I'm doing? I bet you can. Green, 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 green. Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. And then we'll go blue. This is, I'll tell you in a sec, Electric. I'm literally going to have used all of these before. I have to buy some more. I could actually just create in these colours if I'm honest. They're so pretty. And I love the way they blend together. And I think for me, definitely when I'm in that frame of mind, just playing with my stuff and seeing what I can do, seeing what I can make these things do in terms of how I want to play with them is one of the best ways I find to learn about your supplies. It's that kind of, I wonder what will happen if I do this. Will this work? Will it be a disaster? Super fun. And this last one is Hyper. So I'm just finishing this off now. You can see I've made a gorgeous rainbow. Oh my gosh, I love it. Right, what is that hole there? What is going on there? I'm not having that. Let's put some green there. Don't need much, do we? Just want to fill that hole in. I'm letting the inks blend where they want to. Wow. I mean, right, I've literally just kind of poured the inks on, but isn't that stunning? Wow. But I love that as well. I mean, oh, it's just incredible. Okay, I'm going to pop those down on the floor. So then there's one more thing that I want to have a go at. I'm just going to flip this over. And for this, I'm going to use a piece of the craft plastic. And I want to come in with some paint first. After I've had a drink. I thought I wasn't recording then for a minute. So what I'm going to do is find some paint colours that kind of match these, and I want to have a try. I'm going to use Dina's paints and find, so if we went with Sky, Lemon, Tangerine, Cheddar, Pink, Magenta, Ruby, no, not Ruby, Magenta and Raspberry, Lime, and Iris. I want to try something, and I don't know whether this is going to work or be a complete and utter disaster. It might be. And that's okay, because I'm kind of learning about what you can and what you can't. So I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling down here in Iris. Oops, it's moved. Or maybe I'm not. Okay. And then okay, let's give that a quick dry. So what I'm wondering here is, can we come in with these over the top of acrylic paint on this white craft plastic? What will happen? Shall we try? Let's pop some of that blending solution on. Okay, so it is reacting with the paint. But look, oh my gosh, isn't that fun? They look like leaves. Oh, I really like that. What about if I went in with some blue as well? Just like one little drop there. Let's see what that does. Have you thought about trying this? Give it a go. Because I think that is super pretty. And of course that's going to work with other alcohol inks as well, isn't it? Little dots of colour. Let's try a bit of pink on there too, which is the nice, which shall we go? Let's go hyper. And just pop it changes the way the paint looks, obviously, it alters the colour that you see through. But I mean, like, how pretty is that? Okay, so that's Iris. Okay, let's put Iris away. Bye, Iris. Let's go Raspberry. Let's stencil a little bit of raspberry on, see what that does. So I'm going to pop that over here. Now this is quite a dark colour, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays these alcohol inks play over a darker colour. Let's put a bit more depth of paint down here and just see what that does. Okay, let's give that a quick dry. And I think here I'm actually going to go in with Hyper again. Let's put a little bit of blending solution down here. Now you can see, obviously that raspberry has got some fluorescent elements in it because it is reacting with the blending solution, which is very interesting. I always thought it did because when you add white over raspberry, it reacts and it's that fluorescent colour that comes through, but that's quite pretty. I kind of quite like that. Let's just go with a dot of this and see what that does without any. Don't like it without any blending solution. It helps it move around a little bit more. Let's go with a bit of yellow over that, shall we? This is fluorescent. Oh, pretty. So cool. And then what about Ignite? Ignite's a very pretty orangey colour. Yeah, okay. So I think I would say, like, just try different things. So I'm just going to try one more thing. So that's acrylic paint and then alcohol inks over the top. Really does alter the way the paint looks. And is it? Nope. Nope, that's good. Good to know. Okay, one more thing and then I'm going to leave it there. So I've got some more of the white craft plastic. I'm going to put some paint on here, just using up kind of what's left on this bit of plastic. I'm going to go in with colours that are going to work with this and not make mud. Okay, so I'm going to move all these paints out of the way now. This is one more thing that I want to try. So let's move all those out of the way. And then I only want colours that are going to play nicely. Any of those shouldn't they? And the blue. Right. Let's get ready. So you can see it kind of does start to react with the paint a little. But what I want to try is getting some alcohol ink onto this background and then letting it dry, helping it dry, making it dry, and then going in with some white acrylic paint over the top just to see whether you can kind of mask over the top of all this craziness and not have it come through the paint. Will it be reactive or not? I don't know. So we'll give it a try. Not yellow, Claire. No, 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 no. Purple. Yellow was a bad choice there. What was I thinking? You all going, no, not the yellow. Stop. Oops. Did a good splatter there. Okay. So, I'm going to put the lids back on all these things. let's just make some quieter spaces if we can. I have alcohol inked everywhere. Right, let me give this a quick dry. Alright, let's just let that cool down for a minute. Just giving that a couple of minutes to dry off before I come in with some white paint. So, you know, obviously black is going to mask over that, but I'm kind of intrigued to know whether white will, because the kind of masking technique is really great for calming down craziness that you've created. I don't know where my... Oh, there it is. Right. So in here, I know I've got a figure somewhere. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's put you on there, like that. No, I want a dry sponge. That's one that I've just used and washed out. So I'm going to put the mask on there, and I'm going to go in with some white paint. I'm really interested to see if the alcohol inks will react through the paint. Now this might be one that needs to be set aside for a bit and come back to see whether as it dries it reacts. It might do. It's not looking like it's going to at the minute though. Maybe not. I kind of like that. How cool is it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Wow, that is interesting. I mean, obviously you can still see it through a little bit, but there's nothing to say that you couldn't go in and layer more paint over the top just to push that background away a little. I love that. So it looks to me like those alcohol inks, look, it's not really coming off. They work really nicely with paint over the top. They work with paint down first, alcohol inks on the top of that. Let me show you that one. So that's, let me just move that out of the way. So here we've got paint with alcohol ink on top of it. Here we've got paint, alcohol ink, and then paint, like a paint sandwich, an alcohol ink sandwich. We've got an alcohol ink rainbow. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Just playing with letting the colours kind of mix, swatching all colours out, little patches of alcohol ink. And if you get a surface that isn't porous to put them on to start off with, you can create some really lovely tags like this, which you could definitely spritz with Dina Wakley clear gloss, and I'm pretty sure they would seal, and then you could work over the top of them. So lots and lots of fun. So thanks for watching. Right, okay, I'm not an expert, but look at the fun that you can have just having a little bit of a play. I'm going to keep all of these bits because I'm always after hearts to go on projects and pages. These will come in super useful, and these pages I'll probably put in this little journal that I've made for graphics arts, which has got lots of projects in, and I'll probably use those with some future projects for graphics. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this fluorescent bonanza video. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.